Hey y'all, Gimpy Patriot here. Um, yeah, I'm still having a walk with this thing, but other than that, I'm getting better. Um, the country's not though. It's getting worse every day. Something else. Saw where last week Lieutenant Colonel in the Space Force was relieved of his command for speaking the truth. Um, he was talking about the spread of Marxism in the military, and they relieved him of his command for it. What is that? Was that something race theory? I don't know what the hell it's called, but he was talking about that too, and said that leads to Marxism, and he's right. And yeah, some Obama appointee, major general or something. I don't know the details. I know the highlights. He was relieved, and Lieutenant Colonel had written a book that he self-published on Amazon. The best part is after he was relieved of his command, his sales on his book just went out of control. Um, I will put the name of his book in the description if y'all are interested in looking it up. I'll put his name and the general's name that relieved him in the description too. So you got that going on, and then if y'all aren't subscribed to Vlad, him and his wife had a not really an altercation, but a bad experience at the NRA gun range out near them. Said in the past you could go in there and pay money and go shoot, right? And they said now they wanted, I forget what all they said, but it wasn't so simple. They wanted your name, your driver's license number, your home address. Why do they need that unless they're going to give that to the ATF or some other government agency? Why do they need that? There's no reason for it. If they told me that they wanted my address so they could mail me a flyer or something, okay. But they didn't give a reason. And that's why I don't pay to go to gun ranges anymore, and haven't for, well, since I moved here, almost 5 years. My gun range is right over there, and I set it up and tear it down every time I shoot. The only thing that's over there that stays over there is the backstop. Now it's just dirt hills. So I need to do some shooting soon. I got about 3 or 4 weapons I need to sight in. So anyway, I digress. Homestead's going okay here. It's getting a little out of control. The better half's been working a lot of overtime, and of course I can't do too much right now. Scooping the cat litter and doing the dishes is about the extent I can handle right now. That's all I can do is to feed the animals or water the garden. That hurts. So, the freaking doctor's office, I'm just about out of painkillers. So I called yesterday to renew renew the prescription, and I got an email, or God, I can't speak today. I got a voicemail because I didn't get to the phone in time, but I got a voicemail from the doctor's office saying, well, it's a little early for you to be calling for more painkillers. Are you out, or are you just trying to make sure you don't run out, or give us a call back? And of course I call back and I can't get anything but their machine. I said, no, I'm not out, but I've got enough for today and tomorrow, and then I'll be out. So, of course, the last time I called in to get my prescription renewed, refilled, no problem. They didn't even call me back. They just called it in. I went down there and picked it up. This time they didn't do it. So by the time I get to call them tomorrow, I'll be out of painkillers. So it'll be their fault too. I've got enough for tonight, and then I'm done. And it's not like they're giving me the good stuff. It's 5 milligram hydrocodone, which is what that's a step up from Tylenol, basically. It actually has Tylenol in it. You know, I got to take 2 of them at a time to knock the edge off. They're like, take 2 every 4 hours as needed for pain. And they only give you enough for 4 days if you took 2 every 4 hours. And it's been, let's see, I had the surgery on the 14th. We picked up the prescription that day, and it was 50 pills. And then I called on the 18th and to renew it. 4 days later, no problem. And picked it up on the 19th. This time I called on the, so the 18th, I called on the 23rd. 5 days, right? So longer than the first time. And that's them giving me problems. Today's, the 25th? And they still haven't called it in. So they're going to get an earful tomorrow. So I'll have gone, first time I ran through them pretty damn quick, 4 days, because that was right after the surgery. Now it has taken me 7 days, almost twice as long, to run out. But they still haven't called in. It's too soon. Oh, really? You think I'm selling them? Your step up from Tylenol, you think I'm freaking selling them? Okay. I bet they've never had their hip replaced, so they don't know the amount of pain. They literally, if you've never seen a video on it, I watched a video on it before I had my right hip replaced 5 years ago. Biggest mistake I ever made. It's like watching somebody do body mechanics on a car. They saw the end of the femur off, with like a power saw, and the prosthetic hip joint has a spike on the end of it, and that spike goes down into the end of your femur that's still attached to the rest of your body. And then they pound it in with a mallet. Like, the leg is at all weird, funky angles. Somebody's holding it up in the air so the doctor can get a good hit with the mallet. And he's not like tapping it in. It's like he's chopping down a tree when he hits this thing. This is a two-handed mallet. I don't know how many hits it took, but I was about sick to my stomach by the time that video was over. I couldn't even watch all of it. I had to turn away at one point. It was that bad. And I don't have a weak stomach. But that's where I'm at right now. And I knew this was going to happen. You know, when I had my right hip replaced, they gave me hydrocodone, but it was 20 milligram, and they gave me 80 pills, the first prescription. The refill was only 50. Okay, that's understandable. And, you know, they stepped it down. The next one, I think, was 30 after that. Well, I didn't need any more after the 30. But now, 5 years later, I'm starting out with, what are they going to give me? Children's vitamins and break them in half? Is that what's going to be next? God forbid I need a knee replaced or something. By the time that comes up, that's probably how it'll be. I mean, the painkillers they gave me at the hospital didn't even last long enough till we got to the pharmacy, because I was out of the hospital the same day. So, because of COVID. Oh my goodness. COVID. The Rona. The Wu flu. The China virus. Oh, you can't call it that. It was natural. It wasn't formed in a lab. Oh, really? Even flip-flop Fauci is saying now that it's possible that it was made in a lab. A year after Trump said that. Of course, he badmouthed Trump for saying that. Now he's agreeing with him. Fucking liberals. Fucking deep state. Fucking all communist pieces of shit. Anyway, I'm digressing again. This is a pretty long video, so I'm gonna let you all go. Just letting you know how I'm doing and where I'm at. So, till next time, I'm not Victoria Kieran. Stay safe out there.